Welcome to Homeschool Horizons. I'm Yvette, your host. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm going to be real. I'm here meeting with someone from a Facebook group that I'm on called Ladies Mingle, and her name is Colleen. And oh my gosh, it took us forever to record right now because there was Wi-Fi issues everywhere that we went, but we were so determined and we were praying, and even my son helped us, and here we are. Right,
That's
Colleen?
right. We're doing it.
Oh my gosh. Colleen, go ahead and introduce yourself. And you know what? First of all, can you tell everybody about your homeschooling journey?
Oh, sure. My daughters, currently they're 29 and 26. So many years ago, um, they started at a private Christian school that was actually kindergarten through 12th grade. And in my oldest daughter's high school years, we decided to switch over to homeschooling. The private school also had a homeschool program. And it was perfect for us because she got to do a couple core classes on campus with her friends. She got to stay involved and do her sporting events. And then we got to do the electives and some extra things that we wanted to do at home. So it was a true blessing. And my only regret is that we didn't start from day one.
From day one.
Mhm.
I know you were asking me if how long I've been homeschooling, and yeah, I was like day one.
Mhm.
But I mean, it doesn't matter when you start. It still matters that that you did it,
Right.
so that's what matters. And how are they? So you said, oh, so they're, yeah, you were telling the ages that they are now.
Mhm.
Yeah, so you're way done with schooling them.
Way done. Yes.
Oh my gosh. And then, so can you tell us about doTERRA and why you thought it could relate to homeschooling, or
Oh,
how it would
definitely.
relate?
Definitely. I mean, actually, like my journey with the essential oils is kind of like my journey with homeschooling in the sense that when I first heard about homeschooling, I kind of thought it was a little weird, Like even when I was in elementary school, I knew other people, I'd hear of them, but I didn't know anyone, and I just thought, well, that's not normal. That's so it's wrong. And so same thing with
Yeah.
essential oils. I always heard about them. I knew people did them, but I didn't know anything. So I thought it's weird. That's just not the way you do. But come to find out, my eyes were opened, and I really feel like essential oils are like the OG of plant medicine. God gave us all these gifts and
Yeah.
we're able to utilize them. And so I just started getting involved with basically I just wanted my house to smell good.
How
So
did you even hear about it?
it was a friend of my sister's, a neighbor of my sister. She noticed that my sister had a need and invited us over, gave us a little presentation and overview about essential oils. Because actually, I should tell you too, because a lot of people hear of essential oils, but they think like, well, what is an essential oil? And basically, they're the oils within plants that contain chemical compounds which help plants survive and thrive.
Okay.
So, in other words, they're like internal natural defense systems. And basically, each plant has their specific special properties that provides a benefit to that plant. And then we, by extracting the essential oils and using them ourselves, we can experience those same benefits. So it's been a journey from day one. I've started just because I thought they smell good, and now I use them proactively. I use them, when we're not well, for physical issues, mental issues, all around.
Mm.
Yeah,
Did you use them when your daughters were teenagers, or did that come way after?
that it was they were teenagers, so that made it a bit hard for them to get on board because with children, they're a little resistant to things. But once they had their own experience and they understood the power of it, they, they're on
They came
board.
on board. They're on board
Right,
now.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, my oldest daughter, she uses one of the digestive blends, um,
Oh,
pretty much daily, and that has been her go-to. It's been her lifesaver. So yeah,
wow.
very good. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, basically, what I could do is I could go through kind of like a day in the life of homeschooling using essential oils if you want.
Yes,
I could go
please. I would
through.
love to hear that.
There's
Yes.
basically like there's about top 10 essential oils. They're kind of my top 10, but
I
a lot
mean,
of
even right now,
other people.
you let me smell the magnolia because I was starting to stress out like crazy
Yes,
person.
yes.
And I felt stressed, like, and I
Mhm.
had a rough week. It's been,
Yeah,
one of those times when it's like one thing after another.
right.
And yeah, and so I smelled it, and I don't like, I have to be honest that I don't know if it did anything,
Mhm.
um but it just so happened that after I smelled it, then everything kind of started
Yeah,
working. So
right.
thank
It
God, but
did. We did
but it
get
smelled good.
relaxed, yes. Yes, and that's it. I mean, we live in society now where there's this constant overwhelm. And whether it's just like emotionally this was stressing you out and, I was no help, so I'm just watching, but um and then everything the environmental too that is overwhelming to our bodies, that are toxic to our
Yeah.
bodies, it can bring on conditions and things like that. So incorporating the essential oils just helps it helps ease that burden. It helps get your body into homeostasis in a natural way without using pharmaceuticals or having to grab over the counters. And a lot of those have side side
The
effects
big
that are
side
not
effects.
good.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah. So
Oh, yeah, share with us about, like, a
okay.
day in the life.
So
Yeah, what it
I
would look
say,
like.
so the first thing, you wake up, right? You wake up, you got to wake the kids up. You might need a little help. So I actually have peppermint here that I'm going to share with you. Open up
Ooh.
your hand. I'm going to put a drop in your hand,
Oh my gosh.
and I'll put a drop in my hand.
Okay.
And what we'll do is just rub our hands together. And then you can cup over your nose and mouth, close your eyes, take a few deep breaths in.
Wow. Oh, it smells like, peppermint candy at
It
Christmas.
it does have a Christmassy smell, yes. But you'll notice that it opens up your airways,
Oh,
cleans your
yeah.
sinuses. It gives you a little pep, right?
Yeah.
Peppermint gives you a little pep.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's gonna help you be more alert, help you stay on task, the children stay on task. So that could be something that we
Mm.
used it aromatically and topically. We put it on our skin, we
Yes.
smelled it. Okay. You could use it internally too, but essential oils are really potent. You would do that with education from me if needed. But basically, that is something that good way to start the day, just get you up and moving. I actually sometimes, with a morning shower, I usually have a couple bottles of essential oil in the shower, and
Yeah.
I'll just open the lid and I'll just flick it on the side of the wall. And then the steam from the shower just helps the
Produces.
oils. And so if I want, to wake up, I can use eucalyptus. You smell like you're in a spa. Or if I shower at night, I could use lavender. It helps calming. So
Mhm.
all kinds of ways. But so then you're up, you got the kids up. If they wake up and they're not feeling well, you can grab some of the On Guard uh, uh, blend that we have. You could put a few drops in a diffuser. And what that
Oh, okay.
does is that disperses the essential oils through the air. So you're just breathing them throughout the day, doing your studies, and you're just benefiting from all the immune boosting properties of those essential
Oh,
oils.
okay. Okay.
Now, if they're also congested and stuffy and things like that, we have a really great respiratory blend called Breathe Essential Oil. And that one's really good. You can rub it on the chest,
Mhm.
like if
Mhm.
you have something deep in the chest
Yeah.
here,
Yeah.
if you have something with your sinuses,
Oh.
excellent. And I was mentioning before that I babysat for 20 plus years in my household.
Yes. Yes.
And I started when my kids were in elementary school, and they all the way through high school. Um, and I had these children, different families that would come through, and they come with their little cooties and things like
Yeah.
that. And
Yeah.
I want to help them. I want to keep my family safe. So diffusing the On Guard and the Breathe together, that was a pretty constant
That
in
was
my
like the
home.
dynamic
Yeah,
duo
the
to
dynamic
keep
duo.
everybody healthy.
Yes.
Mm.
And I'm overall really pretty healthy. I don't have any health issues, but like everybody, we're kind of overwhelmed with environmental toxins, just things like that. So I use lemon essential oil in my water. Every fill up, I put in a drop of lemon essential oil, and that helps with just supporting the detox organs. It helps thinning out mucus and getting things expelled out of your body that needs to.
Wow.
So, I mean, this is just,
And you can just put it straight into your water.
yeah, I do about 1 drop of oil per 8 to 12 ounces of water,
Wow.
and that's plenty. A little bit of an essential oil goes a long way. They're very, very potent. And that side note, that's another reason why it's really important when you use essential oils to use a company that's pure.
Yeah.
dōTERRA is they have certified pure essential oils and pharmaceutical grade oils. Um, it's they're potent. So
Yeah.
you need
Yeah. Yeah.
education. If you were to buy something off the shelf at a store or pick something up online, you don't know what you're
You're
doing
not
really.
sure what you're getting.
And
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I can tell you that the pop-up ads I see for $11 bottles of frankincense, that is not pure frankincense.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
that would be impossible. So that means if you're using it all the ways that you could use frankincense, you're setting yourself up to do harm by using that. Likewise with oils that you can buy from the store, and say you grab a lemon essential oil
Yeah.
and it says, "Oh, not for internal use."
Yeah.
Well, that's a red flag because it is essential oils from a lemon. We can eat lemons, so we
Wow.
should be able to ingest it.
Yeah.
So that just shows that there's adulteration. They cut it with things to obviously, make more money themselves, but who does it hurt? It hurts the consumers. And that is why doTERRA wants to connect people to people. So if you want oils, you have to get them through me because I'm going to educate you. I'm going to keep you safe.
Right.
I'm
Right.
going to I'm going to let you know all that you need to know.
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
going through some more oils like that you might use throughout the day, lavender, people really like lavender essential oil. Most know it because it's just soothing, it's calming. It has great antihistamine properties. That's a good one for it.
Yeah.
But with the soothing part, the calming, that's not just for the skin for like scrapes, rashes, burns. It's also for the mind. So you can think nap time or bedtime,
Yeah. Yeah.
or like when we have our racing thoughts and things like that, you just need to calm yourself.
Yeah.
That's very
Yeah.
helpful. Um, my his favorite is probably this next one, Deep Blue, which is a soothing blend for any like aches, pains, strains, sprains, even growing pains with the kids.
Mm.
If kids are active, whether they're in sports or just,
Yeah.
playing
Yeah.
around the house,
My
there's
boys have
always
had growing
something.
pains. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Hmm.
So and everybody loves the aroma of that one. It's really, I like that one too. My girls use that a lot when they were in school and had all their sporting
Sports.
cheer, volleyball. They're always getting something going on and they'll put that on. So it's very helpful.
Mm.
My favorite is the king of oils. That's frankincense. And it supports every system of the body.
Mm.
It's really good for healthy cell renewal, which is why it can have an impact, throughout the body.
Mm.
Neurological issues, very good. Any brain issue, disorder, if there's, memory issues, learning struggles,
Oh,
that would all
wow.
be something that could be utilized. That was the most utilized oil that I had for when my dog developed seizures. So
Oh.
that he benefited greatly from the frankincense.
Hmm.
Because I was in seizure support groups and all this stuff. And, I would share, but again, people, if you don't know, like you think, I better just do what my doctor says.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I really felt that he did so well because we were incorporating that in. So
Wow.
and then we've got oregano. Oregano, I call that like the big guns. So people think of that as nature's antibiotic because of its properties, right? Um, and I use this in place of the overly prescribed prescriptions. Those disrupt the gut. The gut is key to having a healthy immune system.
Yeah.
So that's like a cycle. Like if you get on some of these prescriptions, you might be treating your issue, but
Yeah.
you're causing another one. So with
Gosh.
these natural ways, it's just much more supportive for the body.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then I have a couple more, like we've got tea tree. That one I explain to people that think of it to use for anything that's gross. It could be like my I don't want to call them out, but one of my children, like, she will use that if she has a breakout.
Oh,
So
okay.
you could
Yeah.
just put it
Yeah.
on your skin. It helps with that.
Yeah.
It's great for yucky toenails. Um, there's kids that are in sports, whether especially like wrestlers, they're physically, they're, just connecting with each other. They're on the mats and all that stuff, bringing home little issues that you got to help out. So
Yeah. Yeah.
basically, any wound would benefit with that.
So I use regular store-bought tea tree oil. Um, I've been using it now for, I don't know, like the past 2 years. I put it in a diffuser and I have it on the top of my fridge
hmm
for mosquitoes.
hmm
And it's helped immensely.
Yeah,
So
there's a lot of oils that will naturally repel
it
insects.
repels them,
hmm
but then I've said, like, when one gets in and he's like, "I don't care, I'm gonna be brave," I can
Yeah.
tell. I put the lavender I'll put, because the other issue is it depends where I have it in the room because we have a little parakeet.
Uh-huh.
So I don't want him inhaling uh too many oils because of his little lungs. So I will, like, put the lavender in my room, like I separate it and then I
Uh-huh.
shut the door to my, because he stays in my son's room. Um but from what I hear you saying is that whatever I'm using is helping, but could be harming something else.
hmm Yes. Well, yes. The thing with doTERRA, see, I can only speak on behalf of doTERRA
Yeah.
because all the years that I've been involved with them, which I've used them since 2015,
Yeah. Oh, wow, that is a long
and
time.
long time.
Yeah.
And I mean, I wasn't like really into it as I am now, but I've learned so much over the years. The company is it's filled with doctors, scientists. There's veterinarians on board. So, and they are the ones that educate us and give us protocols, safe protocols. How, like the vets that are on staff, I use essential oils on my. I have a parakeet.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
diffuse in my home.
Yeah.
Um,
And he's fine.
he's fine. There are things I could talk for days, but there are safe ways to use things. Um, I, it's very important to get protocols and advice from people that are educated.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I feel, yes, I have some knowledge, but I get that from people that are smarter than me,
Yeah.
that have the studies. Every year I go, once or twice a year, I go in person and I learn from them directly. And they're constantly showing their studies and they have all the tests and things like that. So there's proof. And I mean, you can actually type in things like um, oregano oil and, uh, you know, whatever issue you might want to say.
I mean, when they were, not so much anymore, but whenever they were sick, I would diffuse oregano oil and eucalyptus.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good for opening things up too.
Mhm.
Yeah. But PubMed is a great site where you can see all these studies. Now, like one of my daughters, she's a little hesitant on getting off the bleach and the Lysols and things like that because she reads the labels.
A lot of people are now. Yeah. Yep.
But the deal is my On Guard blend has all those anti properties that gets rid of those things. And I'm just kind of carefully wording what I say, just so I'm not making any official claims.
Yeah.
But because essential oils are not regulated by the FDA, we don't want them to be, right? But that's kind of the clicker there, where like people think, oh well, there's no proof. Well, there's proof. It's just there's no money in it. So it costs money to do these tests,
Right,
things
right.
too, right?
Yeah.
So if you can't market, some big old product that's natural. I mean, there's things on the market, but I can guarantee you they're not as clean as they appear to be.
As they appear.
And that's,
I believe you.
it's always the ingredient list and not the front label. It's more than just the ingredient list too. It's where is it sourced? Every step of the way. There are like tea tree, for instance, that we just spoke of. Tea trees, they're actual trees native to Australia. They live in an environment that's kind of warm and they're prone to bacteria, fungus, things like that. So within the tree itself, there are essential oils in there. They have things that are antifungal, antibacterial. That's what helps the tree live.
Yeah.
So we extract that. Now we can use that for our bodies. And because of the similarity between plants and us,
Yeah.
our bodies can work with that. It's different than putting in a synthetic version where our body has to say, well, what is this, first of all?
Right.
And then it has to be like, okay, I first have to break it down and do this and do that. And again, side effects from that. So, yeah, there's a lot, but there's always more information if you want it,
Right. Right.
but yeah, we use essential oils daily in our home, and just like going through there, like the last one I would say that gets used a lot is digestion zen. It's a blend for any digestive issue, and so basically it could be from one end of the spectrum to another. It could be constipation all the way to what we consider the opposite, diarrhea, the cramping, the nausea. My oldest daughter,
that's the worst. I had that on Sunday.
Yeah, she would suffer with that often, and this is the oil that made me go, okay, sold. It helped her, but that's because the essential oils work by giving the body what it needs to get into homeostasis and to balance. Because, when you think about it, the body is constantly working to heal itself. Like if we get a paper cut, we don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
Our body
slowly
heals.
it will heal.
It heals. If a virus comes in our body, our body gets into motion,
In
right?
time. Yeah.
It'll raise our temperature because that's going to kill pathogens that are in us. But nowadays, our lifestyle and environments, they're just overburdened. Our bodies do have a natural ability to detox and heal.
Yeah.
But when our bodies are consistently exposed to everyday toxins, it can lead to being unwell physically, mentally, and the natural way is the essential oils to support the body. So I love it. That's why I'm not like a big, go out there and
like a big old salesperson.
Push.
Yeah.
But I share on my social media because I want everybody to know, right? And the
you use it and you know it works and you want to help other people.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's why like connecting with you, I'm like, you are within a group that I know homeschool moms and they want the best for their family.
We do.
And you're educating them at a very young age. And so if essential oils and natural solutions can be a part of that, they're going to grow up being so empowered to know how to take care of themselves.
Yes.
And because it's not just like physical issues. There's so much emotional stuff that they can help with. And that's a whole nother like science lesson with, how the aromas get into your system and goes through the brain and all that throughout your whole body system.
Wow.
And has an effect. So yeah, like you said, with the magnolia that you smelled earlier and you said, well, I don't really know if it helped. You're right. There are certain ones that we don't get this aha moment.
Yeah.
But there are other ones, like my daughter with the digestion.
With the nausea goes away.
It's like, that is like, whoa, okay. So once you kind of experience that, it makes you go, oh, well, there really is something to this.
Yeah.
And it's all science-based.
Yeah.
That's just what it is. So like I said, I share, and I think, I worked about 6 years.
Yeah.
I had a career outside of the home.
Yeah.
And then when my daughter was 2, my oldest, I got the best job of all. I was able to be a stay-at-home mom. And so from that period on, I just loved taking care of my kids. Then I started babysitting children. I love taking care of people and nurturing them. And I feel that I get that when I get to help people with the essential oils. Yeah. So that's why I always want to share it.
It's funny because my sister got early involved with, I'm sure you've heard of it since, homeopathy. And she took a lot of classes and tried to go far with it, but then it got really expensive and she couldn't afford it to take the classes. But we use it in our home. We use homeopathy. And, It's so funny because even driving here, I was like thinking, like right now when you said emotional and different things, I was thinking like I've been thinking about what homeopathy I could be using right
Mhm,
now,
mhm,
in our family. But I believe in oils because, like I said, even without using this, that you're saying, and I believe you, it's purest. Because I remember my other sister, she was really sick years ago, and she um ended up buying like she had like a big kit of dōTERRA and she
mhm,
loved it and it
mhm,
was helping her. She loved it. But for her, she for herself said she just couldn't afford it for
mhm,
herself. I don't know. And she never really told us that much about it. So I never
mhm,
got into it. But, but I know that just with the oils that I have used, and I always look in the back, make sure it doesn't have any other ingredient, make sure, all that stuff. It has helped my family. So I know that if already what I'm using has helped, how much more will something more pure
right,
be?
right.
Mhm.
Yeah, because there's things like there's companies that will say, "Oh, we produce all of our, whatever essential oil
Yeah.
in the United States." Well, if you look at their numbers, what they're selling, there's no way that they can farm that much product to produce what they're
That's
selling.
what they're selling.
So it's like, well, what did they do?
Mhm.
What corners did they cut? They cut it with something. There's something in it. DoTerra, yes, DoTerra is known as like, oh, it's so expensive. And I have a couple of thoughts on that. One is that they don't cut corners. They will go to where things are native, like the tea tree again. Tea tree's native to Australia.
They go
Well,
there.
if you're going to get the best benefit from that plant, you
Mhm,
need to
mhm.
go where it's in its native soil, its native climate, all these things. So you start with that. And then the other thing with as far as cost is like a bottle, I honestly don't really remember prices off the top of my head, but a bottle of oils, however much it is, you have to realize there's 250 drops in that bottle,
Mm, mhm,
and
mhm.
you don't use
You're not gonna use
you don't
that
use them
that way because you have to use
right,
it the way you
right,
help us.
safely and all
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And then also, you don't have to buy in with a big kit. You can buy
I
one
think she
bottle of
bought like a
oil.
big kit.
You
Yeah,
buy one,
yeah,
and
yeah.
there's no people get turned off too because when they think, "Oh, well, I have to buy from you," type of a deal. Oh, then I'm stuck and this and that. No, I say it's kind of like a Costco membership, except I'm giving you my link so you get your account for free.
Mm,
You have
mhm,
it for
mhm,
12 months. You get the best prices, the same prices as me. There's
mhm.
no further commitment. You don't have to buy every single month. There's no auto ship. There are optional
Yeah,
programs.
yeah.
Um, and there's no auto renewal. There's no risk. So that's why
Mm.
I'm never going to make tons of money, but I don't want to because that's not what I'm in it for.
That's not what you yeah,
But if
yeah, I
somebody
hear you.
has an issue in a single bottle of this or that can help them, I wanna be able to help them with that. So
That's
and
beautiful.
I feel that's affordable.
That's what I
Mhm,
felt. That's why,
mhm.
like, when you reached out to me because I think you had heard the podcast that I did with Nicole
Mhm.
on, autism,
Yes,
right?
yeah.
Neurodivergent, but her son is autistic. Yeah, when you reached out to me, you didn't say, "Hey, can I come talk about doTERRA on your podcast?" But I forgot exactly what you said, but I instinctively felt like I wanted you to talk about it
Mhm.
on my podcast because I felt that. I felt like, no, she's not here to sell something.
Right,
She's here because she believes in helping people.
right.
I could feel it.
And just to
Yeah.
share and educate. And there are people that, there's protocols for different conditions, and that's where it's best to speak one-on-one,
Yeah. Yeah.
privately about
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
and also to know that it's nothing that I make up just just to sell a bottle of oil.
Yeah.
I go
Yeah.
to the doctors, to the scientists, to the protocols, to all the other people that have used it and got great benefits. It's just it's doTERRA is kind of like a big team, a big family. So we're
Mm.
all and everybody is accessible. So I had a friend that had somebody, a relative with autism. And so I reached out to somebody on my team that I didn't know. And we were on the phone for like 45 minutes, an hour. And she was telling me how she put forth everything with the protocol that she was taught and
For her child.
and for the benefits that she received. So it was very educating. And that's what I like. Like, I feel like I'm going to use these oils no matter what.
I love hearing that
And it's
because, yeah.
also like, you know, continuing education for me.
Yeah, yeah, you keep learning.
Right.
Mhm,
Mhm.
mhm. That's how we've met some homeopaths that are like that, where, like,
Mhm.
because a new problem came up, they didn't know, but they went and found out, and then that helped them learn more, you
Right.
know?
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's a fun journey. I mean, I think it's great because I want to be proactive. I want to be bettering my health, you know? I mean,
yeah,
foundationally, it would start with food, you know,
yeah,
but there's life, right? You
yeah,
know, there
yeah,
we succumb to convenience, and there's some corners we
mhm,
cut too, but and I'm not an all or nothing. It's like, oh, because I do this and I can't do that. No. I can
yeah,
make these little changes
yeah,
throughout my
yeah.
life, and that will make definite health improvements.
I love that.
Mhm.
So, okay, sometimes on my podcast, I'll put like, well, I have my email that people can email me. Is it okay if I put your information on
Yes.
this
Oh,
particular
definitely.
podcast?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So,
Yes.
I'll be putting your information on it, and of course, you can reach out to Colleen, and of course, you can reach out to me. But I mean, I don't know anything about DoTerra, but if you want to ask more questions about this interview, but yeah, you can reach out to her personally too. I'll put it on the top of the podcast.
Perfect.
Oh my gosh, I'm so glad that
Well,
this worked out.
I know, right?
I mean, thank you for being so patient.
Sure.
Thank you for coming out, all the way to meet me in the middle-ish, as we said where we would meet. Oh my gosh. And I'm so glad we got
Yeah,
this
well, thanks
done.
for letting me share. I love sharing about the oils. So,
Oh, good. I'm so glad. Thank you guys all for listening today. And be sure to listen, next week. At this point, I'm not sure. Well, I'm going to be putting out this podcast. I don't know what I'm going to talk about next week, but we'll see. And thank you guys. God bless you all. Have yourselves a wonderful week, and I'll talk to you soon.